My college career was over. I got offered a job to become a hospital administrator. 2-year program, $75,000 job. And right before I took the job, my daddy called me on the phone. Let me tell you about my daddy. When I was a little boy, my daddy would always pick me up. When he came home from work, he picked me up. When he saw me in the nursery after church, he picked me up. No matter how long he worked, no matter how tired he was, my daddy would always pick me up. So when I had my kids, I would always pick up my kids. When I got home, sometimes I was tired. They have a bottle in one hand, and they just lifted up the other hand, and they knew what daddy was supposed to do. My job was to pick them up. One day, my daddy looked at me and he said, "Boy, you too big. I can't pick you up anymore." But when he couldn't pick me up physically, he would pick me up emotionally. He would pick me up spiritually. Daddy called me on the phone, he asked me a question. He said, "Son, you had a tough year, what's next?" I said, "Dad, I'm gonna be a hospital administrator." Those 20 pounds that you
Cheap ways to secure your browsing from hackers. 1. Use NordVPN. 2. Get a tinfoil
no matter what has happened. Do you want more out of life?
Up to you.
Big dream, that big reality, that's what I said. You gotta take that big reality and we gotta take small steps and make it manageable to making your dreams become a reality. Are you hearing me? There are those of you right now, you should have cut a CD. You should have wrote a book. You should have got in school and got that degree. You should have started your own business. There's so many things you should have done. You should have done, but you didn't do it because you're scared. You believe that you said scared of what? I ain't scared. You are scared. You are scared. You're scared of failure. You're scared to make a mistake. You're scared that you're not perfect. And I'm telling you today, you ain't got to be perfect. Are you hearing what I'm saying? You don't have to be perfect to get what you want, to do what you want, to have what you want, to be what you want. You don't have to be perfect. It's a lie.
There will never be a point in your time in your life where it's the right time to do a great thing. If you're waiting for that perfect moment, that perfect timing, it's not going to happen. You know what you have to do? You have to create the perfect time and the perfect opportunity and the perfect situation.
Is that a lot of people become comfortable. They stop growing. They stop wanting anything. They become satisfied. People getting ready to go to jobs that they don't like, jobs that are making them sick. You see, when you're not pursuing your goal, you are literally committing spiritual suicide. When you have some goal out here that you're stretching for and reaching for that takes you out of your comfort zone, you'll find out some talents and abilities you have that you didn't know you have. When the messenger of misery visits you, what are you going to do? What will keep you in the game?
There are things that you think you'll never need to know, that you may only need to know one time in your life, but that could save your life because you had that knowledge.
Unless you attempt to do something beyond that which you've already mastered, you will never grow. What is it that you looked at some point in time and you decided that you couldn't do it, that you talked yourself out of it?
You're waiting on your next door neighbor to make it happen for you, it may not happen. If you're waiting on your mother or your father, they may be so ancient in their thinking that they don't understand this opportunity that you have. And if you're waiting on them, it may never get done. You don't beg average people to be phenomenal. You don't beg good people to be phenomenal. You just are phenomenal and you will attract phenomenal.
What reason can you remember that you can call on, that you can reach on, that can make you get back up? Find that reason.
If you're not where you are, if you're not where you want to be, if you don't have what you want to have, if you're not where you think you should be at this particular place, it has nothing to do with the system, but it has everything to do with the fact that you're not making the sacrifice. I want you to make that dream become a reality, because if you don't, you will be working for somebody else to make their dreams become a reality.
Question is, what are you going to do with your time? What drives you? And greatness is a lot of small things done well. Day after day, workout after workout, obedience after obedience, day after day.
When things don't work out for you, when things happen that you could not anticipate, what are the reasons that you can think of that can keep you strong?
You will never, ever be successful until you turn your pain into greatness, until you allow your pain to push you from where you are to push you to where you need to be. Stop running from your pain and embrace your pain. Your pain is going to be a part of your prize, a part of your product. I challenge you to push yourself.
See, it's easy to be on the bottom. It doesn't take any effort to be a loser. It doesn't take any motivation, any drive in order to stay down there on a low level. But it calls on everything in you. You have to harness your will to say, I'm going to challenge myself.
I mean that what you did last week don't count. Today is the only important day. There are 86,400 seconds in a day, and how you use those are critical. You got 86,400 today, and what you do today is going to cement who you are. Nobody's going to talk about what you did last week. You have this opportunity of a lifetime. It means absolutely nothing if you don't take advantage of it in the lifetime of this opportunity.
I got a saying that when life knocks you down, try and land on your back, because if you can look up, you can get up. If you want a thing bad enough to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it, if all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it. See, it's time now. If you want to make this your decade, you've got to start saying yes to your life. You've got to start saying yes to your dreams, yes to your unfolding future, yes to your potential, as opposed to saying no.
When you die on E. Leave no dream left behind, guys. Leave no opportunity left behind. When you leave this earth, accomplish every single thing you can accomplish. Listen to me, you're going to be here one day, but you'll never get here if you give up, if you give in, if you quit. And finally, guys, you got to want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe.
What people think about you and the possibilities for your dream is none of your business. The attitude is it can't be done because they haven't seen it. History is being read, but it's also being written by people with imagination. It's necessary you take responsibility for it, that you make it happen, that you don't give up, that you don't take any objection or disappointment or defeats personally, that you keep on keeping on, that you don't decide that I can't make it because you can't see the light at the end of the tunnel, that you realize that's a part of the program.
As the physically weak man can make himself strong by careful and patient training, so the man of weak thoughts can make them strong by exercising himself in right thinking. To put away aimlessness and weakness and to begin to think with purpose is to enter the ranks of those strong ones who only recognize failure as one of the pathways to attainment, who make all conditions serve them and who think strongly, attempt fearlessly, and accomplish masterfully. He who would accomplish little must sacrifice little. He who would achieve much must sacrifice much. He who would attain highly must sacrifice greatly.
What are you going to do starting tomorrow that'll make a difference? Major step to human progress, discipline. If there's one thing to get excited over, that's it. Get excited over your ability to make yourself do the necessary things.
Because the story you have about your life, about your business, about the area of life that's not where you want it, your story is what's making you stop.
Yes, it's hard, and we will do it hard. And once we do it hard and we go through it, we realize it was worth it. And once you discover it was worth it, it is done.
Study the things that can change your economic, social, spiritual, personal life. See, you don't want to wind up at the end of your life and discover that you've lived only 1/10 of it.
Maybe you're at the darkest point of your life and you're ready to give up. You're at a point in your life when you feel like it's do or die. You're going through so much pain. You're going through so much agony. You're ready to give up. You're ready to quit. I got one word for you, warrior. Woo! Warrior.
Fear is not real. The only place that fear can exist is in our thoughts of the future. It is a product of our imagination, causing us to fear things that do not at present and may not ever exist. Fear is a choice.
Only those who risk going too far can possibly find out how far one can go. I want your dream to be so clear that when you wake up in the morning, all you gotta do is step in your dream. And the first step for me was seeing something I was not before I was. You can do it. Where you are is temporary. You will not be there for the rest of your life. I don't care what happens in your life. I don't care what it looks like. I don't care where you are. Every single day you wake up, if you're gonna have energy, if you're gonna have passion, if you're gonna have drive, every day you wake up, you gotta start with that vision. This is a mentality, like you gotta live this, you gotta eat this, you got every single thing you do is not a cute saying. It is a way of life. It's got to possess everything you do. It's got to own you.
There's no reason to have a plan B because of distraction from plan A.
I want to see how far I can go. I want to see what I can accomplish. I want to see what I can do, what I can be, what I can have. I want to see. I don't want to see what I think I can do. I don't want to see what I think is possible. I want to see what my life would look like if I didn't count the cost and if I was willing to go further than anybody else was willing to do. You can't do anything without faith. It's impossible to accomplish anything without faith. So I need you to believe there is still time. As long as there's breath in your nostrils, as long as you can wake up in the morning.
The first step before anybody else in the world believes it is you have to believe it.
So I need you to believe.
Because if you're willing to go through all the battling you got to go through to get to where you want to get, who's got the right to stop you? I mean, maybe some of you guys got something you never finished, something you really want to do, something you never said to somebody, something. And you're told no, even after you pay your dues. Who's got the right to tell you that? Who? Nobody. It's your right to listen to your gut. It ain't nobody's right to say no after you earn the right to be where you want to be and do what you want to do.
You got to do what you was called to do. You got to do what you were born to do. You got to do what works for you, because if you do what works for you, you're going to blow up. It's in your DNA. It's who you are. You are a warrior. It's time for you not to back up, not to give up, not to give in.
Even you get knocked down, you get back up, and you get back up, and you get back up, and you continue to throw shit against the wall.
Listen to me very carefully. You are a warrior, and it's time for you to fight. I know you have that warrior inside, and now I just need you to activate it.
Keep going. As dark as it gets, keep going. As difficult as it gets, as much as it seems as if the world is crumbling down around you and there's no way out, keep going. See, most people stop. They don't get it. They quit. They quit reaching for their dreams. I notice that there are those who are squashers of dreams. Now, I don't know why these people do this. I don't know why the naysayers or squashers do this. Grow stronger and then inspire others to become the strongest version of themselves. That's how we evolve. I go beyond the fears and limitations of other people. I control my life. No matter what road you take in life, there are always going to be things you have to do that you just don't want to do. Go and do the thing. Look, you only get this life once. Every experience that we have leads us to who we are and where we stand, and that's always the right place to be. If you can't, you must. If there's something that you can't do because there's an obstacle in your way, that means it's your responsibility to do that thing so that you can destroy the obstacle. Failure is necessary. Failure is success, and success is failure. They need each other. The more failures you have, the more successes you'll have. The darker the night, the brighter the day. The harder the ball hits the ground, the higher it goes up. Is a beautiful thing. Challenge is what life is about. A life without challenge, a life without pain, is a life without growth. So not only do I embrace the challenge, embrace the pain, but I even look forward to it. Send me a challenge, please. Give me some challenges here, because I need to be tested. I need to be stronger. I need to grow. You know, they say there's a judgment day. I believe we face multiple judgment days while we're walking on earth. The judgment day is today. Judgment day is now. And the judgment is going to allow you to live a life of hell now, or to choose your own kingdom.
Listen to me very carefully. You are a warrior.
Milan, Napoleon, K, Benny, BT's two hands, Stephanie, Anissa, Jules, Shamir, Samurai the board, Jose, PP, Wolfman K, Sanuk, Iceberg Cram, George, Napoleon, Bobby, Ski Man, Chemo 17, welcome. James, Nelly, Eskimi, Vinny, Dom, Obi-Wan, Rick, Darwin, Natalia, Fred, DJ, Digital Eye, Kevin Anthony, excuse moi, Major, Merkin, Odge, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, here on it. Maybe a sad day for the Colombians. Not sure. There's 20 minutes to go. Oh my God, they just missed a goal. Japan is killing them right now. They're all over the Colombians. Down one man. Ay, ay, ay. All right. So Tuesday, June 19th. 49 minutes global dairy trade price. That's in 49 minutes. That's a two-bull number for New Zealand. All right, so that'll be interesting to see this pair if it does get affected. But there's nothing else. Really nothing going on. Okay. All right, so, but there is, guys, listen. Unreal. Let me see what the opening bell looks like in New York, because there's blood in the streets of New York right now. Okay, this is serious stuff. On Wall Street, here's 322 on the Dow, Nasdaq minus 80, S&P minus 24. Is 1.29% taken away from the U.S. markets. It's all due to this trade war. This trade war, guys, let me tell you, is getting pretty nasty. Oh, Japan just scored. Japan just scored. Oh my God. I didn't even see it. Japan just scored. Poor Dr. Natalia. Ay, ay, ay. That is a sad, sad moment. Yeah, so the war is on, and this is great, King Manza, for us. You should embrace the war. All right? The trade war is a good thing for scalpers, let me tell you. Okay, just be smart. Because markets move nice. They move nice. All right, I got a couple of candies for you. I've got a couple of gorgeous candies, guys. So let me start off with first of all, Cram. Man, oh man, you are the guy to go to when, as far as videos are concerned. Okay, I've got a job for you, Cram. Okay, I'll talk to you about this a little later. Not a big job. Okay, just a fun job. If you have fun doing this, I will see if you could maybe not make them better, meaning they're good. But there's one strategy that we've been speaking of now for a couple of days that I'd like you to capture with your talent. Okay? All right, so let's speak of that right now. Okay, so let me give you this first document coming from BT. BT's 2. Okay, and wow, impressed. BT's 2, totally dedicated. He's totally dedicated, guys, to helping you. And now we're going to help him back. Check how gorgeous this PDF file is. Let me know if you got it. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Cram, the entry times, yes. In regards to what you're going to learn now. Okay. In regards to this PDF. You got it? Everyone's got the PDF? If you haven't gotten it, let me know. If you do not have the PDF, you got it? Okay. All right. So that is the PDF that BT's 2 has worked on now. Okay. His strategy, I think, is beautiful. It's a beautiful strategy, guys. I really love the strategy. If we can maybe perfect it, it'll be even nicer. Okay, now I've got Ugo. Look how beautiful this is. This is like so smart. I would hang this up. I would pin it on my wall. Look at this. This is coming from Ugo. Is he here? Is Ugo here? Yeah, he's here. Okay, let me know if you got that one. Huh? Is that cute? Isn't that cute? Huh? Isn't that nice? Isn't that smart? You know, so you could just have the MTs quotes that take place that take place during the day, right? And this is a compilation of who knows, maybe of weeks or months, the quotes that he found most helpful. He's got them all. Let me see if I could open this myself and show you. That's pretty good. That is really, really good. You guys are famous, Mercy. Huh? Patience is key. Jazz Ran. Guys, always consider the main direction from the 1 and 4 hours. If I go against them, it's for small pips. Huh? Pink Panther. Just take HA arrows in the direction of the 1 and 4. And you can't go wrong. If you're at support or resistance, then you need new strong signals to take it up further. For example, EU now. The Borg, a quitter never wins and a winner never quits. He always wants to quit when we're 98% of the time of the way there. Anissa, and that's why you need to only look for arrows going the way with trend and bias. Ignore the rest. I'm blown away here, guys. GT Global. We first make our habits and then our habits make us. Mamma mia. Kevin Stein. GT, been there, man. That's why I started only taking 2 to 3 trades a day when they had to be at the top. If seeing them and bottom if buying. Okay, at the top of selling and bottom if buying. That's, in my opinion, the biggest mistake here. Okay, huh? Did I give you one of each? No? Pin that up. Put beautiful thing. That's a beautiful, beautiful thing. I love it. This is not a normal PDF. This is a patience, discipline, and focus file. Huh? How do you like that? All right, Cram, this is what I want you to work on, is to capture a trade, not one trade, but a series of trades that have to do with the BT system. Because this is not a trade. This is what I love about BT Stu. You're in a trade, but you're already looking for the next trade that coincides with the original trade, right? Kevin, I just gave them away. All right. Did you see them go through? You're supposed to download them. Yes, Jazz, I will. Okay, it doesn't matter, Jess. If it's asking you to leave the site, just do it. Hold on. Okay, are we okay? Are we all good now? I apologize. Okay, the system had a nice field day. Colombian servers. Okay, are we all back? Apologize for this. Is everyone back? Well, not everyone. People got kicked out. So anyway, I was trying to see if this something would have worked, but who did not get the file? Who did not get the files? You didn't. You did not get the files, Jess. Okay. So let's try this again. Come on, Charles, get off my screen. Oh, okay. Let's try this again. Okay. Oh my God. Maybe you should you know, open a new browser or something. See if that works. We got about 5 minutes to go in the Colombia-Japan game, and score is still 2-1. Okay, here it comes. Here comes a file. If you have already taken this file, don't need to download. Okay, here comes the second one. Okay, these are 2 files. All right, so we'll talk about this BT system. Did everybody get the files? If you haven't gotten files, just let me know top left where it says ask question. And I'll see if I can maybe fix it from there. Okay. Okay. Let's see. All right, so let me go through a quick bias. Okay, trend is still down. All right, this is my. Oh la la! Nobody noticed this? Nobody. Huh? All right, so we got trending down on all systems. Look at this, guys. We got a yellow on the living candle. All right, so everything else is down. You got down, not on the living candle. Well, there is a living candle here. All right, so just because of this, guys, this is what I think I'm learning from the jazz. Okay, just because we have a living candle on the immediate, I mean a living arrow on the immediate candle, on the living candle, okay, I have to consider this. So if the trend is down on all pairs, but yet I have either on the 1 hour or 4 hours, okay, I have to consider it. And that's why I believe the GU is having trouble smashing itself down, right? Because of this. So both ways is my bias, all right? Be smart, okay? Line them up good. All right, so same thing here, I would presume. You got a trend down everywhere. But look at this guy. He's got it on the 4 hours. All right. He's got it on the 4 hours. And you could see how wavy this is. All right, so I'm giving you another bias of going both ways. UCAD must be the total opposite. Okay, and it's not immediate. Okay, so there's a way of doing this, right? You either don't trade this at all, like, you know, if you don't feel that this guy has any bias because you don't have an arrow on the living candle, okay, the living candle being the last candle, you know, you can do whatever you want with this, right? You could just stick to the trend and say, okay, you know, my bias is up, I'm going to go with the trend. All right, or you might say, I'm not touching it. I'm not touching it because I don't have a bias on the immediate candle. All right, in my opinion, that I would go up here. I would stick to the trend and see if you could get a system of correlation of the 15 and the 5. Okay, so it's not ready. You got one going up and one going down. So wait till they line up. This is also, wow, the 1 hour and the 4 hours is kind of flat, but down, but 4-0, guys. This is a 4-0 kind of a score, but nothing on the living candle. Got nothing on the living candle, but you still have a score of 4-0. All right, so this is, again, the trend is down, arrows are up. Both ways is my bias. Okay? All right. Okay, so here's BT Stu's system. Okay, are you guys listening? Okay, Chemo, please listen. Okay, because this is, I think this is promising, and we're just going to try and perfect this as best we can. Right? But I really like the fact that it doesn't have to do with just a trade. This is what I like about this. It's really a system. It's a series of trades. I love it. Okay, because as you get into a trade, you're mechanically looking for the next thing. Okay, you're not just there on the trade and praying, hopefully this will work. Okay? Okay, so hold on. I just remembered we have BR. Okay, would it be okay if I came on before? Then at 10:10 or so he launched. Is 10:10 okay, Benny, with you? BR would come on at 10:10. So it gives me like 10 minutes to at least explain this thing. Okay? Pikachu, I have to, I don't know why you don't receive the links. You're the only one, maybe. But send me an email or something. I don't know how to do this. Send me an email here, and I'll send you the an option. Guys, if you did not get these PDFs or these documents, send me an email and I'll forward them to you. Okay? All right, so what are we doing? Okay, is it 10:10? Benny, is 10:10 okay? Benny. Okay, no. 10:10. BR is saying you can only come on at 10:10. 10:10, not 10:30. 10:10. Is that good? Oh yeah? Okay, very good. All right, so let me run through this system. Okay, this is what the system says. and which I like very, very much, okay? You're looking for a correlation. Here's an example. Okay, you're basically, the euro here, we had it both ways, right? Okay, so if we could trade both ways, great. All right, so we're looking for a 30 and 15-minute correlation. This has to happen. Okay, when this happens, when you see this, now let's pretend that this was also there when this was going on. I'm not sure. I wasn't paying attention, right? Because really, you know, well, here's another system, okay? Because this is what I like about the system. That even though you've taken this down, okay, it doesn't matter because you already have a trade in going up. Anyway, let me just focus on this one, okay? So you take an original trade. The original trade, Prisha, are you listening? The original trade is a trade with no take profit. It's an open take profit. Okay, so this is your original trade, open take profit, that you also need a HA arrow. I would maybe look for that HA arrow too. So almost, you know, I think the best case scenario, right, would be a correlation of 4 arrows right here maybe, or right here. Okay, so you're in the trade. This is the original trade. This is the first trade. And the first trade is an opened take profit with a stop loss of 15 to 20. Okay? All right? Is that clear? All right? Now, once you're in this trade, you are now looking for the first, like here it is, with momentum. Here it is. So right now, all the trades that follow this original trade is for a 5 take profit. A 5 take profit and a 15 to 20 stop loss. Okay? All the next arrows. Now here, I think he waits for them to finish. Okay? No, if he's got the 5 up, he needs a HA arrow. Now this was it didn't survive, right? So I'm not sure, BT. Does it survive? Do we need it to survive? Okay. Or sometimes maybe, you know, again, you know, like you know, this could have also been an entry, Jules. Do you take the 5 minute with, you know, and not necessarily look for an arrow here on the HA? All right, so we're kind of messing around with this, and this is the beauty of this game plan, right? So you're in this trade now, okay, to go up. Meanwhile, you've got this one going down, okay, and you just want 5 pips. All right, the only time you will get out of this trade, okay, is if you see now this disappeared, so you could just get out of the trade. You get out of the trade. So see, a situation like this, you're probably in profit. You picked up maybe 2 or 3 because it went against you all of a sudden, but you picked up your 5. Who knows? This trade is now finished. It's a finished trade, and you maybe won a couple of trades. 2, 3, 4, 5 trades. And now you wait for the next great setup. You understand how interesting this was, focusing here. You took it down, you were up some pips, you took this up after, takes you out of 5 pips, and then because this disappeared, this was enough to tell you, forget about it. I'm done. I'm done with the trade. Forget it. I made 2 pips, 3 pips, or 5 pips. I don't know exactly what this whole trade was worth, but it should have been in the opposite if you're doing this correctly. If you're doing this, you know, like at the top, right? At the top of the bands when you're coming down, the bottom of the bands when you're going up. Does that make sense? Pikachu, are you listening? Okay, but Pikachu, I'm working. I was going to do this after the session. But if you listen to me, basically everything that's on that sheet, I just explained. He's going to go. Okay, it's all right. Maybe I'll just do it. Pikachu, I'll do it when they come back on. All right, so here's another scenario. All right, now what I don't like about this is that you have your correlation. The problem is maybe you missed it, right? You maybe missed it because, it's really not perfect. Would have been nicer if it was from the top. You know, like here, you see, like I kind of missed this. I don't know what happened here, guys. But could you imagine now this is your original trade. How was this? BT, PP, how was this? Was this like, was it giving you the original trade from the top? This was there. I'm sure this was there. You were maybe here. This was so beautiful, I think. Huh? Was anybody paying attention here on the pound NSD? So, in other words, this becomes the original trade. The original trade should be already up maybe about 10 pips. So the original trade, okay, you've got yourself a, and you know, when you see, look at this, look what he did, okay? So you're in the original trade, you are now looking for up arrows to kind of protect yourself. Okay, but I saw a flashing 15-minute that took place here. So maybe that, sometimes that is enough. He says, okay, that's all I'm doing with this trade. I'm not even going to mess around with trying to take it up on the reversals just because of a flashing signal. All right, now, if you still believe in this trade, because look at this, guys. Oh, we've got a live candle here now. If you still believe in this trade, okay, the original trade is a open take profit. Okay, so what you're looking now for is 5-minute and a HA arrow to go up to protect this trade. You know, and it's not there yet. Okay, something like that. Pikachu, I'm going to try it again, okay? Let me know if you get it through here, because I'm hearing that you were late. Now, look, see if something asks you to download the PDF. Tell me if this works, Pikachu. Okay. Does it work? If that works, I'll send you the next one. Okay, very good. All right, so here's the next one. Good job, Pikachu. Okay, here's the next one. Okay, there. Beautiful. All right. All right, so this could have also been somehow some kind of a BT system based on, let's say, the trend. Say, okay, the trend, you know, give me something. You've had your 30, you don't have your 15. So it's not a pure system, but somehow you believe in this 5, somehow with this, bingo. If this is your original trade, this is an open take profit. Now you're looking for a 5 and a 1 to protect the trade. See, like, look how nice this is, guys. Look how nice this is. This is still keeping you in. Never gave you a 5 to get you out of the original trade. Is this too confusing? Oh, Pikachu here. Pikachu's been away, seems like. Here, I'll give it to you right here. Is this making a little bit of sense? On the open take profits? Beautiful, beautiful this, you know? You had your living candle alive. I'm going to call it like that. You had your living candle alive, right? You had at least the 30 correlated with the 5. Gorgeous trade here, guys. Gorgeous. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. All right, so Cram, everything I've just explained, did it make any sense to you? Do you think you can capture everything I've just said on the way you do your videos? Because you are a master. You are a video master. Thank you. Love you, man. All right. All right. Okay. So you guys ready? Should we start off with BR? Let's start off with BR to see, because sometimes BR. Are you ready, BR? To just see if we could nail you on the first shot. Anyway, congratulations to the UK. Well, not the UK, right? You don't congratulate the UK. I apologize. This is England, right? It's not the UK. It's England. Congratulations to the English fans. But I'm sure all of the UK is behind England, right? See, look how beautiful this is, guys. You understand what I'm speaking of? Look how beautiful this is. Where that open take profit is flying, bro. It's freaking flying. The open take profit, right? Never gave you anything to protect it. I love you, PP. Still in. And how big are you? Meaning, yeah, all right. How big are you? How many pips thus far? Do you understand how we do not leave any waste? Okay? This is gorgeous, guys. This is what I'm talking about. You know, this is what I'm talking about, because you'll get, as you are doing this, some trades you're probably gonna not make much, just lose a bit, right? Some trades you're not gonna make much because it's either too choppy, whatever. You might even lose 5-10 pips. But when you're trading all the pairs, there's gonna be the one that just takes off with the system. It just takes off. And this one here, you're now up 30 plus pips. That would make up for all the little things going on everywhere else. You see Mr. White banging the table. Okay, so I think this has so much merit. Okay, because this is what I think will happen. You know, sometimes the jigsaw, and it kind of, you know, it's maybe just giving you a little bit, and then boom, one of them just takes off. So I think it's very important that you learn how to trade all 4 pairs with this system. Okay? So please, please practice this, because this could be something truly mechanical, and you're not going to be emotional whatsoever about trading. You won't be emotional. It's like there, it's there, and there. And if you could do this for 2-3 weeks, and you could always, because BT's too, that's why, it's 2 weeks he said that he was doing this, and it didn't really fail on him, right? Man, if this turns a profit all the time at the end of the day, guys, you're taking the emotions out of the game. And that's the goal. For you to become a master trader, you need to take the emotions out of your trades. Okay? So, bang, you see, like here, like this is what I love when this happens. This is what I love, right? So you're in that original trade because you love somehow the trend, the original trade, and then these guys here give you those 5 pips. They give you those 5 pips, right? Because you're protecting your original trade, and then boom, it takes off again, right? Okay? See, cashed out. PP cashed out. He goes, you know what? I'm just going to go for this one. I'm not going to wait for the 5. And he went for this one. He just cashes out. For him, it's a great deal. Taking 30 pips times 4. For him, 120 pips. Bang, the table. I'm not going to be messing around with the trade any further, right? BR, are you ready? All right, so guys, listen, I gave you a seed. Now plant the seed, and let's see if we can maybe grow a couple of trees. Yes, okay? All right. Here's BR. BR, let me know if you're being asked. That was a $60,000 trade, PP. Yeah, just take it and run. PP is another monster, guys. Unreal. We keep speaking of BR and Jastran. This guy is like, behind the curtains. Yeah, pounds. Don't forget, it's pounds, man. 50, 60,000 pounds. So I'm sure the parties were pretty good, right? In UK or England was, the pubs were flying last night. BR, what's up? Oh, I forgot. Again, I forgot, man. Guys, you have to remind me to record the screen. Too late now. I'm not going to do it for 10 o'clock. Just too late. Look at this. And, like PP, of course, had a good reason to get out, right? But this guy is still going. That original trade is still going. Okay, I don't know what's happening with BR. BR. Is BR here? Oh, Martin. Yes, love you. Thank you. Thank you. Can somebody get a hold of BR? Like, does he want to do this? Maybe he doesn't want to do this no more, and that's okay too. Meaning, I really don't want anyone to feel that they are obliged to do any of this. Yeah, Jules. grab him. Or did he get tased? Yeah. Okay, so here we go. BR is ready. Thought he was getting tased. No, you weren't getting tased, right, BR? No, he's supposed to come on, Jazz. Him and Benny were scheduled for a duet. Okay, so BR, you're almost there. You're almost there, BR. Come on. Come on. You did this just a couple of days ago. It should be easy.
Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? T-bone time.
So this, you know, again,
MT.
maybe you took this down, got yourself another 5
MT.
minutes, but you're getting a 15-minute signal. So
am I too loud?
You're cashing out on the system.
Am I too loud? Do I need to turn anything down? Okay, let me turn it down.
Did this make sense? Taking this up and up and up, and now all of a sudden getting your
better?
15 and maybe the 30 and plus a broken. Maybe these are enough to tell you, okay.
MT, can you hear me? MT, can you hear me? Now I can't hear MT.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I do.
BR, say something. Okay,
Yes, sir.
I got you. Okay, beautiful. All right, BR, have fun. Okay, let me put Benny on. I'll get out so that, yeah, I could hear you now.
Awesome. Awesome.
Yes, I hear you.
Am I too loud or anything? Okay, awesome, dudes. All right, now we gonna take and talk about something, man, before Benny comes on. I want to talk about what Kramer did. Okay, Kramer's paying attention. See, he's paying attention to the class. Okay, I don't know if MT gave me controls over anything yet or anything, but I am logged in for him to do that. But I wanted to show you something, man, what he saw in his videos. Okay, I want to show you something. Okay. This is how you got to look at these things, but it's a habit-forming thing. I talk about habits, don't I? It's on this 5. You see this 5 right here? We're going to use the GU for example, okay? Look at the GU for example. I was doing 5 TP moves up and down on it. Look at the 5 up there, okay? It went up to 79, okay? And it kept coming up and down, up and down, up and down. Uh-oh. Something happened. My charge went out. Oh, okay. I see what he's doing. He's putting me in there. I see what he's doing. But you see what happens is, man, when that happens and stuff, you see the 1 hour. It's got a 1 hour up, but yet it keeps getting close to the orange road, and then you keep seeing the signals down and stuff. It's going to go up and down. Yeah. What happened? I'm out of chat too. I'm out of everything. Can anybody hear me? Okay, I'm back now. Screens are still out. Awesome. Is Benny on? I see Benny's name up there. I think I do. Yeah. Benny. Benny. Is Benny on?
Yeah, loud and clear.
Awesome, brother. How you doing, man?
Sweet. Yeah, hey, I'm doing really good. Really good. Thank you a million for coming on, by the way. That's really awesome of you.
Well, absolutely, man. I'm enjoying it, man. You know, today's been a great day, man. You know, I wanted to show some people and everything, man, about, you know, how come you can sell at the top and when you can buy at the bottom, you know, like on the 5-minute charts and stuff. Because that's how I got around getting out of the bunghole stage of selling too low and buying too high. As we keep doing this right here, man, we'll be able to explain it better.
One sec. Can I please get the link? Sorry, yeah. MT, can I please get the link? Yeah. Awesome. Then.
All right, I'm going to have to do this again on the charts. Hold on just a minute, guys.
Okay. Right. Yeah, do you have the charts,
I'm getting them right now. I'm pulling them back up. Have you got them?
Switch. Yeah, I got them now. So
it's saying my ID.
Switch to Dex.
Okay. Let me do it again. Hold on just a minute now. Dang, here we go.
Okay, here we go. Got mine showing up now. Just close this. Yeah. Away.
Boom.
And no.
What happened?
Oops. I went away.
Did it?
Oh, that's annoying.
Mine's still up.
No. Okay, let's try this again. Sorry, guys. Technical difficulties. You know what? I'll give you the mouse because mine's not seeming wanting to work. So, but I did really want to point something.
There it is. I was in the wrong one. I'm sorry. What now, Benny? I'm sorry.
No, you go first.
All right, I want to take and show you something right up here. Okay. See this line right up here? Okay. See that line? Okay. And you see this line right here? You see this line right here on the UC? And you see this right up here? Well, somebody's got a motorcycle going on. When it correlates with this, when it correlates with that, when it correlates with this right here, and it correlates with this right here, that's how you know this right here is going to keep going down or up on the 5 minutes. That's one reason, one way, plus you got these right here. See, you get these right here and stuff. This reason why I always try to sell it as high as I can get it up here and buy it as low as I can down here when I take and see this right here happening. But now I'm not going to go against that just yet, you know, and stuff, because you got a 4 hour down with it. Let me see something. Hold on. Let me see if it's an active 4 hour. I got something in front of it. No, it's not an active 4 hour, but it still is a 4 hour, and plus you got a weekly down with it and everything. But now for the first, 30, 40 minutes, 50 minutes in the class, this thing, man, went up and it went down, just like that, over and over and over. And it just kept playing the bouncy game. Now it's going to go down and stuff and go back into this road. For some reason, the charts ain't moving at all. Is yours moving, Benny?
Yeah, the clock is moving, BI.
Yeah, it is. Okay. Yeah, there for a minute.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
We're going by points right now. There ain't no pips moving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And that's how I can do some of these trades, Benny. It's like this right here. See, I knew that this right here was going to correlate with this right here. See the BB band right there? Let me get the arrows back. The BB band right there. And then see this top right there? See it? If it went up a few pips, I was going to take and sell it when it came down right here. If you look way back in time, back up there, you'll see the high arrows down, and you can take that sucker down with that because it's hitting that BB band. Hit that BB band, man. It broke through the BB band, so I'm expecting that sucker to come down, and it did right over here. And now it's coming back up because you got this with it, which I knew that was going to kick in, and this with it, that's going to kick in. See, that's how you can take and know that these things are going to bounce up and down. Them 5 minutes, they don't play around. They just
That's
don't play
cool,
around.
BR.
You know.
Okay, so let me get this straight. So so let's take GU for an example. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So the GU we have a flashing 1 hour down. Okay.
Right.
Maybe let's just take the EU for simpler reasons. So here in the EU we have a one hour down. Go right to the 5 minute on the EU, and in the last hour, which is at 10 o'clock, every single time it hits the top BB bands with, I'd say, probably with momentum, you'd want to take it down.
Right. As soon as
or do you skip momentum?
Yeah, as soon as this right here will hit and it'll push that BB band up, it's going to do a huge pullback, and that's what happened. It went from 71 all the way down to 61, something like that. See, and that way you can take a 5 pip move down. But see, I wouldn't recommend too many people taking that trade, and the reason for that is because you got to understand how many times that happens. It happens literally every day, but you got to understand it. See, to me, that's not a perfect trade for everybody in the class. you need to go by, you know, it's making it too complicated and everything. It don't have to be that way. But would I have taken that trade down off of that? Absolutely, man. As soon as it hit this right here, busted through it, I would have took it down. That's the only reason why. You see what I'm saying?
That's got some more too.
Yeah.
Yeah, totally.
You know, and this right here.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, this right here is just nothing but juicy. See, look at this right here. See how many 15s went above that right there. It kept hitting 79, and this right here, man, as soon as it get up here, I sold it. As soon as it got down here, I bought it, because that's what he was doing. He was bouncing up and down, making up his mind if it's going to go down. Now, when it started getting up right up here to this orange road right here, that lets me know, man, along with the BB band, the BB band's right here, along with that BB band, that sucker's going down.
That's cool, BR. I got a question. Okay, I got a question for this. Okay, so would this work? Let's say we had, for an example, here we have a 15-minute day that's closed, right? Would you ever consider having this 15-minute down act like the 1 hour? And what I mean by that is, so here's a 15-minute down, and you see this little pullback right here. Is this right here? Would you ever consider taking a selling?
Which pair?
On the, oh, sorry, I don't have the mouse. My bad. I thought I had the mouse.
Go ahead and take it from me.
On the GU, yeah, actually I might do that. MT, is it possible I could get the mouse? That would be very, very helpful. This is interesting, BR. I really like this. It's the GU. Okay, so the GU, we had a 15-minute pink red down, and then the green candle on the 15-minute. Oh, here we go. Switch to desktop. Yes. I'm getting the mouse. This is going to be way easier. A session is already running. I'll close this.
Exactly, Rain. Now, these are some advanced stuff, Rain. The reason for it is I'm trying to give you some understanding why I'm taking these. But see, just like I've been saying, if you can't see what a perfect trade is, you don't need to be taking none of this. It's like the UC. Really and truly, everybody in here, the UC was your trade. It was your trade, man, because it was perfect setups, perfect trades. And the GZ was perfect setups, perfect trades every single time. So that's really all you had to do. You know, was those two trades, and that was it, man. You're done for the day if that's all you want to do.
MT, could we try again the go-to?
I'm going to show you, Dennis, while he's setting that up. I'm going to show you right here. Do you see Dennis right here? Down here on the top BB band, right here on the EU, right here. See that? That's where you sell at. Uh-oh. Yeah. That's where you sell at, my friend. You don't. Yeah, it's flat, so that's where you're gonna sell at. Okay, because you got this right here. That's future knowledge. You already got it busting through. So you sell it up here, right up there, as close as you can get it. Has Benny got the controls down? You have to sell it as close as you can get it. Because see, that was my huge mistake, man. My huge mistake was that right there. See, was selling, buying it right there at the top, and then selling it right down there at the bottom. You understand what I'm saying? It's right in between them BB bands, man. Them suckers, man, don't play. Yes. Every time. Well, not every time, but a lot. Those BB bands, man, are something else. I say this a lot. MT's a genius, man. He's a freaking genius. He's genius. Sometimes it is, but see, in order for you to take and understand that, you have to understand what a perfect trade is first. And the other day, I explained what a perfect trade was. I thought good. I guess not. It's like on the UC. UC is perfect setup. Look at this right here. See let me get back here. The entire session right here, off of this right here. How many times has the candle going below the orange road? How many times? Answer that for me. Please answer that for me. How many times? Yeah, I know it, Jules. That was some of my problems too with jazz and everything, man. I listened to him for 16 months and couldn't get it in my brain, see? But now it's stuck. It's finally stuck after that brick hit me. Exactly. It's 0 times. So every single time this right here turns green, You don't even have to wait, man. Just wait. Just do it. Or even if it comes down here to the bottom right there, buy it. Right down there. See? Buy it. It's going to go up. Unless you got strong yellow reds or something like that against you. Exactly, BT. Every time, baby. Every time. Who, me? Prisha? Did you make a video for Prisha, Jazz? You go, brother. Jazz, man, you are the man. I'm not kidding you, man. You know, Jazz comes on almost every single day, man, and teaches in this chat, man. Every day. Come on, man. It's free, man. Did you get it, man?
Yeah, I got it now, BI.
Awesome, man. Go ahead and
got it fixed. Cool. Okay, so I just want to clear up what you were saying. When you say you have a 1 hour pointing down, right, you go straight to the 5 minute and see if you can bounce off these top BB bands.
Exactly.
Right? Okay, so I want to show something cool, because here it didn't look like it did, but it actually did. Here's what I mean. So here, let's say you took it down right here, you still would have won, even though it's all the way up here now. You could have obviously chosen to get out over here, but from here to here, you're still in profit. Pretty cool, I think. What's your stop loss for this, BR?
I did a 10 TP on it.
Sorry?
I did 2 10 TPs on it. And a couple of 5s. At first, I started off with 5.
Cool. Okay, so now I got a question for this. This is really cool, by the way, BR. This is really, really cool. Would this work instead of using it on the 1 hour if you use it for the 15 minutes and the 5, or the 30 minutes and the 5, right? So what I'm trying to say is, here we have a 15-minute pointing down. It's touched the top BB bands. Obviously, there was momentum and everything, so wait for that to do its thing. And then here, you know, like you said before, it spiked down. Let's just, for simple reasons, let's just say you took it down right here, okay?
Right.
Just to keep it super simple.
Right.
Would this work? Meaning, you look at the 15-minute instead of the 1 hour.
No, because see, look how many candles and everything, man. It's going to blow the 15-minute road, and you got a 4 hour up against that. Hold on, just 1 second, and everything, man. I'm going to answer Benne Duet. He's screaming a question right here.
Oh yeah.
I have been taking UC up for 5 pips most of the session. When it hits the orange road, would you go down as it seems to be running away and not going back down anymore? You just keep going up with it. You know, just don't even worry about going down. You don't have to. Just let it go all the way down and then buy it. Yeah, just let it, you know. Yeah, exactly, Jazz. I agree with that, man. I'm sorry, Benny, go ahead. But to answer your question and everything, man, you can take this down right here on the EU right up there, right there. But you have to take it at its high. You can't really take it down here because you had this right here, and I was watching that right there. But see, I took it down off of this, and then I took it back up right there. You see what I'm saying? Because it's hitting this, and see how many candles went below the orange road. See, that's how I'm anticipating it, and it never fails. But if you sell it, you know, if you sell it down here, or if you buy up here, you're asking for problems. So you got to stay in between these things, man. In between these thinking BB bands.
BR, could you say that again, please? I was texting Julian.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, sorry. It sounded pretty important too. So.
Well, you know, it's kind of like, see this yellow red. See that's got a lot of volume on the 15. Okay, and it's correlating with this. It's correlating with that, and you got this big daddy right there. Okay. All right. Now, plus the 4 hour, you can't discount that. That's on there too. Okay. Now, when this happens and everything, you look at these rows right here, these BB bands right here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
When it goes right there and you see a yellow red coming down with these right here turning red with a hash arrow down up here, you can take that down, okay, with no problems, okay? But as soon as it gets close to that orange road, you need to come out of it and then look for that to come up, because you're dealing with this and you're dealing with that. You're going to have pullbacks on it because the EU is a downtrend. So you're going to have pullbacks on it down if it's going up. And the GU, you had pullback. It was going up, but you had pullbacks on it going back down because it's a downtrend. You know, but see, you know, trust me, man, this stuff right here didn't happen overnight for me to get what I just told you. It didn't come overnight. It took time, man, for me to get that very thing I just told you.
Interesting. Okay, so let me I'll try to clear it up.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is you find a bias. I'll make it real simple. You find a bias on the 1 and 4 hour, right?
Yes.
You make sure you're going in the direction of the 15-minute orange line. So here it closed below. You're only looking for downs. Always do that.
Yeah.
Right. And then taking it off the BB bands on 5-minute. That's your entry right there. It went against you 0 pips, and that's already quite a bit of a pip.
Because of this right here,
Benny,
Benny, if it does go against you, it's only going to go 2-3 pips, maybe 4.
Exactly. Now here's my question though, because this morning we had a pretty nice setup for a 1 and 4 hour up.
Right.
We had, now here's actually, this is the cool point. We have, this is now closed above, and it did work. It actually worked all the way to resistance.
Right.
Right? And this is the cool point I like about what you're talking about, because you're entering on the bottom of the BB bands. So you're not entering here. Obviously, we never enter here.
Never.
So you're entering on the 5-minute. This is a 15-minute, I know, but I can't go that far back. So just pretend with me. You're entering over here or over here. Let's say you take profit to resistance or whatever until you see these arrows pointing against you. And then this little couple here doesn't look like a lot. Let's say you took 2-3 trades. That's 15 pips right there, just in that little.
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
Exactly. Now here's something else.
Okay,
too.
so let's.
Here, hold on a second. I'm going to show you something right here, Benny. Look at this right here. Look at that right there. How many candles went above it?
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
It's a downtrend. It's a downtrend. How many candles went above it? The 1 and 4 did work, and you had permission to take it up. That's the only time you got permission to take it up is when you got a 1 and 4. Okay? So, if it's a downtrend, it's going to go back down into the trend. Okay? Now, with the 15 up like right now, it's going to go a little bit above the orange road, and it could even go up with the kiss or yellow red. It could go up to the resistance right there. Then I'm more expected to come back down. If it does, more likely it's going to hit that orange road and bounce back down.
Okay, so here's almost a trade in play. Would you ever consider, here it's mixed, okay, because we have 1 down, 1 up, right? The orange line on the 15-minute is still pointing down, okay? We're still below. If this touches right here, would you consider selling it? Yes or no?
Well, here's the thing about that right there. Let me show you this right here. Sorry. If this right here, man, it's pretty cool both of us got these things. If this right here hadn't flipped up, if that right there had not flipped up, right there, okay?
Yeah.
And you didn't have this blue with it. These are not trending blues now, but they are blues, okay? With this right here, I was already in it. I've already won that a 5-pip move up, okay, because of this flip up. Now, does that mean it's going to go up to here and bust it? Probably not. It's probably going to go right up there and come back down more likely. Interesting.
Okay, so because of the scenario that we have here, you would say, okay, look, we're not going to, it's not a 1 and 4 hour correlation, so it's obviously not going to bust right through, but we're anticipating, okay, it's going to come up to roughly this level over here, then come back down. But so basically, my question is, if you have a 1 hour up and a 1 and a 4 hour down, let's pretend they're both like a 1 pink over here up, a 1 pink over here down, just for an example, would you consider sticking to the 15-minute orange line and then just taking it off the bands? Let's just pretend that there was just a pink up and a pink down. What would you do in that scenario?
I would definitely take it off the bands.
Sweet. So like right now, we have Euro USD, okay? We're still above. Would you have taken it up right here? And I think you're going to say yes. I knew it. Perfect. Look at this, guys. It goes against you 0.2 pips. And you're up already, how many pips? That's 62 to 56. So that's 4 or 5 pips. You already won that trade. That's phenomenal, because you would have entered right here, went against maybe a pip and a half. Can't quite tell. And you've already won the trade. Now that's precise trading. That's really cool, BR.
Well, now, check this out. This is mechanical trading. Really, you know, you can think about it like this. Look at this right here on the GZ. Okay, let me show you something down here on GZ. Okay, see this right here? You see the flip up on the BB band on the 1 hour. Okay, see the flip up right here. Okay, it's a line. It went down and hit the line on the BB band. You got that now, and you got this with it, and you got that with it. Okay. Now, if you're going to sell it down here, man, you're going to get screwed. Okay. I mean, fast too, because there's a lot of volume in there. And what you do is you can buy it because it's hit that. Okay. There ain't no down right here. There ain't no up right there. It's hit the 4 hour, and it's going to bounce up. That's your bounce.
It's finished its job down, basically.
I would absolutely bet that Pink took it. I bet Pink took that trade. I don't know if he did, but I bet, because I understand what kind of trader he is. Pink is a phenomenal trader. But that's mechanical trading. You know, I guess, he's gone, Bear. Oh, okay, Mercy, I didn't know. But he would have taken that trade. He would have seen exactly what I just showed you. If you'd have sold it down there at the bottom like that, man, oh my God, it's going to keep going, it's going to keep going. And then, boom, it hits that sucker and bounces up and gets you 10 pips automatically. And you're like, God, man, what happened? Because you wasn't paying attention to the longer term charts. And that's just the truth.
Yeah. This is really cool. This is really cool. Okay, I'm curious. So can we talk about this again, because we're experiencing a lot of flip ups here and here, right? So when we see a flip up, can we just walk through again how to react to the flip ups? Because this is probably like level 2 out of level 1 for this type of strategy. So can you walk us through the steps? So let me try explain it from what I've learned, and tell me if I'm wrong or if I'm close. So here on the GBP NZD, okay, we have a flip up, right? You would have 100% bought right here because the candles have finished the job, the arrows have finished the job, right? It's all the way at the BB bands, everything's making sense. You got some arrows popping up. But now, what the heck do we do, right? So we have this pointing down, we have this pointing up. We are below on the 15-minute orange line. We are touching the 5-minute BB bands. Do you wait for a 5-minute with momentum, or is there a certain, do you wait for these arrows to go away? What's the next move?
Well, first off, you don't need to go against that 30-minute yellow red. 15-minute yellow red, I'm sorry.
15,
yeah, this right here, okay. But you wouldn't have bought it up here either. You buy it down here, you know, right there. As soon as it's right here would turn green, you could have bought it. It's a guaranteed win just about because it's bouncing. Now, I do believe it's going back down, but you do have this against it. Now, this is a daily trending blue, but not a weekly trending blue, but you got that weekly up, so more likely it's going to go up some more. But see, here's your bounce again.
Okay, so yes.
See that?
No, I took this one over here. Wow. Okay, no, I got a question about this one, BR. Because we're above on the 15, would you consider taking this down, or do you wait for?
Only at the BB band.
But why? Because we have a 1 hour down.
Yeah, and it's punched through this. See, if you go back in time and look, when it does these right here, or like on the 4 hour especially, or even on the daily, like yesterday was a good example. Yesterday, the GU went and punched that, okay? And then it bounced heavily back up, okay? And that's what, when they punch through these BB bands on a long-term chart, you're going to exceed this. You're going to see that.
Okay. That makes sense. Okay, but so that's the only time that you'll go against the 15-minute direction, because here we're still above. That's the only time is when it punctures there?
Yes, sir. But that's
cool. So that's like
move. That's only a 5-pip move now. You know, I'm not doing 10-pip moves on that or the GU because of low volume in it. UC is good and the GZ is good. You know.
That's cool, BR. That's really, really cool, because this is pretty simple to see. And today I think we're having. No, but I think today was a perfect day for you to explain this, because we have the bounce here, we have the puncture over here, and then we have normal trading styles over here, right? You know, we enter off the bands. This is a perfect day to be explaining this kind of strategy.
Yes, sir.
That's really cool. Who else in the chat room thinks this is quite something. Who thinks it's simple to understand? Something that they see once. You have 3 steps, or well, how many steps? We have 1 in 4 hour buys, just 1 step. Are we in the direction of the 15-minute orange line? That's 2. Taking it with the 5-minute bands, that's 3. So 3 steps. This is a pretty cool system you have here, BR.
Well,
that's awesome.
It's something, you know, man, once you like I've said so many times, once you start recognizing what a perfect trade is, okay, exactly what a perfect trade is, this right here will take in and open up the other trades. But you got to take and understand what a perfect trade is. See, it's like the GU, perfect trade down, perfect trade down. You see perfect trades up right here. This is your signal right there with these, okay? And with the GZ down right there, see, it's perfect trades, perfect trades. You can't lose against them if you do exactly what I just said right there, you know. But you got to recognize that. You can't recognize that, the rest of the trades are going to be closed to you. You're going to be wondering why this is bouncing. You're going to be wondering why the BB bands, you know, are straight, and why the 15-minute straight and everything. You know, you're going to be wondering why, you know, people are taking them up and down. Well, that's the why. Yeah, it's calling me.
Interesting.
They're coming for me, guys.
Yeah. Okay, so wait. Here, I'll kind of summarize what you've talked about today. I really want to know what you think of what I've learned from you. Okay.
Yeah, hold on just a minute. Hold on just 1 minute,
Yeah.
Benny. I gotta go do something real quick. Hold on, I gotta go to the preview.
King, can you? Okay, yeah. Sometimes, King, when there's someone on, the sometimes you have to refresh it to get the other person for you to be able to hear the other person as well. So, for instance, like when MT comes on, whoever's on actually doesn't hear him unless you refresh it. So, but yeah, this is cool, guys. This is really cool. So, just wait for Joe to come back. Julian, what a great trade, mate. That was so cool. Who else took the GU down? We were actually talking about it as it's happening. We would have held it for longer if this was not pointing up here, but because this is pointing up, we leave it. Get your 5 pips and run. But
I'm back, baby. Sorry about that.
Awesome. Yes, no worries. So I'm planning on making a video for this, so I want to make sure I get this down packed. And so I'll just give you a summarization of what you're talking about today. So the way I see it,
the EU again. Look, hold on just a second. Look at the EU again. Okay, as soon as it hit the bottom of the BB band, right there, and hit the orange road, what happened?
Right back up.
Because you didn't have a 15 down with it. You don't have a 30 down with it. So what happened? That's your pullback. And if you don't want to take it down, don't worry about it. Just take it up. But you have to buy it at the bottom.
That's cool. Right here, yeah, you would have entered right here, correct?
Yeah.
So, okay, so for something like this, because we have a 1 and a 4 hour, would you take profit at 10?
No.
Tell us about your take profit and stop loss. Like, how do you scenario that in certain situations?
I do 10 TPs when there's volume. When there's volume. Right now, there ain't a lot of volume. There's only 8 pips in between the bands. Now, if there's 12 pips in between bands, I'll do 10 TPs. But there's not, so I don't. Yeah.
And what you mean by that is if it's 12 pips for the next resistance. So here's a resistance here, or what do you mean by that specifically?
On the 5 minute.
On the 5 minute, okay.
Yeah.
So if it's 12 pips from the entry, then you'd take it for 10.
Yes.
Awesome. That's cool. That's really cool. Okay, so I guess I'll keep going. So I kind of see this in three stages, BR. There's like almost 4 actually levels. So I'll just go for level 1 first, just to kind of summarize this up. So let's say you have a a 1 and 4 hour pointing down, let's just pretend. The 15-minute is pointing down, the orange line, right? You're below on the 15-minute. Every single time it hits the 5-minute orange line, sorry, the 5-minute top BB bands, you take it for a down. And you take it down until you start seeing these point up. But that's, I think, level 2. So level 2 would be, as soon as you start seeing these point up, only take it for 5 pips, just to keep it really, really simple. Just take it for 5 pips, take this up, seeing this point up, just take it for 5 pips, and you can even take it up if you get a 1 hour arrow or a 5 and 15-minute arrow pointing up.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and then level 3 would be when it punctures the BB bands on the 1 hour or the 4 hour. Okay, expect a 5 pip pullback. So this is, I'd say, level 3 is as soon as you see this puncturing through the 1 hour BB bands. Okay, it's puncturing like right now. It's happening right now.
Okay. Now you got 15 up too now.
A 5 pip pullback. Yeah, that's the thing though. Exactly. That's level 4. I was going to talk about too.
Okay.
So level 4 would be, let's say you have an active 15-minute, fresh, new 15-minute signal. Never go against it. Just period. Like this has already done its job. It hits the orange line. It's done. Right. Yep. So, right. This one here touched. Well, this is a yellow red, so you can't really go wrong with that. But here, this red has finished its job. It's touched the BB bands. Right. So it's done. So here's a fresh new signal, and plus you have a 1 and 4 hour. This, of course, you can been a perfect trade to the upside. Wow. But anyways, that's kind of the 4 stages I see it. Tell me what you think of what I learned.
Oh, that's a very good explanation of it. But here's something else too. Okay. See, it's like right now with the EU, it busted the 5-minute BB band. It's pushed up the BB band on the 15. Now, if you haven't already won that trade and you're trying to buy it up there at the top like that, you see, it only went up 2 or 3 more pips. Okay. Now, there's a more 60% chance it ain't going to anymore. Now it could, okay, but you'll lose more trades than you win by buying it up there that high. You have to buy it down at the orange road or below in order to win these trades. You know, because you're dealing with if you go back in time and look at your BB, the 5 minutes especially, you'll see how, man, they stay right in between those BB bands. And you know, if you sell it at the top, it may go up 1 or 2 more pips and it's going to crash on you. You see. So you got to remember that.
Okay, now I've got a question though. So what happens if we get a 30-minute fresh new signal up?
Oh, it's going to skyrocket.
Do we hold?
Yeah, it's going to skyrocket.
Yeah, hold.
It'll go up to here. It'll go up to there.
Because here the 50 minutes done its job, right? It's hit the 50-minute BB band. It's done its job.
Yes,
if
sir.
we get a new 30-minute, well, that's up to here. That's up to here easily. Cool.
I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible for everybody, you know, so they'll understand what this is happening. You know, say I told you, you know, this right here flipped up. This right here was the first flip up, and then you had that, and then you got that, and what happened? You had this starting off, you had that, and it leveled out. See?
Yeah.
And you had that flip up. That's before knowledge.
What I'm thinking about doing, BR, is making a video on just exactly what you're talking about. And what I'll do is I'll put it in like 4 stages. So I'll start with the simplest, most like crazy simple setup first. The first, like a trending bias off the 5-minute bands, right? And I'll say, make sure that the BB bands are pointing in your favor. So if they're pointing up, then only take it for 5 pips. If they're not, then take it to support or for a 10 pip take profit.
Yes,
then I'll get more in depth with the strategy that you came up with. This is really phenomenal, BR.
The EU did exactly what I just said it was going to. It went up to 72. If you'd have bought it at 70, you'd be squirming right now. It went down to 68 would have been your entry price.
Exactly. Exactly as you were talking about it, it came right back down.
Because those beat bands are nothing to play with. That's just the truth of it.
That's cool. That's really cool. And exactly like you said before, it punctured the BB bands on the 1 hour. Okay, the arrows have finished the job. They hit the top. BB bands are done. They're done, and it's coming down exactly as you said. Now, of course, would you ever take? Is that your style, or would you just leave it alone and wait for
that
a
hash
setup?
arrow? There's a good chance I probably would have done it. Yeah, maybe. You know.
Yeah, I thought
that
so.
One, that 4 hour is a flashing yellow red, but I probably would have. Yeah, I probably would have sold it at 70.
Okay, let's talk about the GU right now, please, because here we have 1 up, 2 up, 3 up, 4 up. So are you anticipating this will go up to the orange line on the 1 hour because we don't have a 4 hour down? What's your take, please?
It's going to go right up there. If we get a 4 hour flashing with it, it'll go up even higher.
Yeah.
Right
cool.
there.
And then let's anticipate. So let's pretend we get a 4 hour pointing up too. You think it'll puncture the BB bands and then come down for 5 pips?
Yes.
Cool. Very cool. Wow. Very, very cool.
But you know, just like I said though, unless you understand exactly how to take that perfect trade, that trade right there, it's going to be a little bit more, okay? But you got to understand what a perfect trade is first. And, you know, when you take that perfect setup, boom, then all of a sudden you get used to them. All of a sudden, these other trades start opening up. Look, Jazz and everything, man. I remember one time when Mike and Susan had taken the UJ. The UJ had a 1 hour down, had a 4 hour down, and it bounced off the 1 hour BB band, okay? And I was telling everybody that was a bungo trade. This was like last February. I was telling everybody it's a bungo trade because you don't have a 1 hour up with it. But that sucker went up 32 pips and stuff, and Jazz was explaining in the class that this right here was a bounce and everything, that it was going to go up a lot of pips. You had a yellow red on the 15, a yellow red on the 5, and that sucker went up 32 pips. You see what I'm saying? If you sold it down at the bottom right there, man, you're screwed.
Okay, yeah, I see what you mean. So really making sure that if you're going to enter a trade, your whole setup's perfect, and only entering it off the BB bands touch.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Phenomenal.
I
think it's something cool. Something I really like about taking it off the BB bands on the 5 minute is because you really can't go. Because here's the exciting part. If we get a reversal, okay, so let's just take this as a scenario. Let's pretend, okay, for simplicity reasons, that this was a good trade to the downside. Okay, let's just pretend. Even though this is pointing up, let's pretend it's not. So let's say you took it down here, and let's say GU starts to reverse back up. The chances of this coming back down to here are so high that you can get out with like 2, 3, 5 pips, and then don't trade again or trade back up as you desire if it looks right. That's what I really like about taking it off the BB bands, is because if you do get a reversal, there's a very, very good chance you will still come out net positive.
It's already going to happen for you.
Exactly. And then you can get out of the trade, reconsider the scenario, and only trade it back up or trade it with a reversal, whatever. That's what I really like about this. It's, yeah, really cool. So, okay, so DFSF is asking a very good question. Benny, can you please explain the perfect trade? Now, BR, I'd like to explain the perfect trade, please. And I wanted you to tell me if I'm talking about it right, because in the video that I make, I want to make sure I really get this down pat. So,
absolutely.
Let's take USD CAD. Let's pretend DSCF. Let's pretend we have a 1 hour up and a 4 hour up. Okay, let's just pretend. And then let's pretend, actually we don't need to pretend here. This is now the 50-minute candle we're trading above the orange line on the 15 minutes. Okay, so that's step 1. Make sure you have 1 up. Step 2, make sure that the 50-minute is pointing up, that you're trading above the orange line. Step 3, enter your trades. I can't zoom back, but you would enter trades on the bottom of the BB bands. So back here on the 5-minute, 15-minute, but I can't scroll back. So you would probably taken it here, you would have taken it up here, all these pullbacks, you would have been taking them up. Step 4 is make sure you don't have a live 50-minute against you. So this 50 minutes done its job. It's hit the orange line, it's done. So over here, you could take it back up. Is that correct, BR?
Yes, sir, and correlating with this, right there.
Definitely. So that's how I would see the perfect trade. What would you change or add to that, BR?
Well, you know, kind of like this right here, okay? Everything is above, okay? Now you do have the penetration coming on because it keeps on up here to the 1 hour and hitting it and bouncing off of it, okay? And if we had a live up right there on the 1 hour, then I would expect it to go all the way through those BB bands, but it ain't going to happen right now. So since it's happening right there, you're going to see this, and you're going to see these, okay? That's when you know the trade's going to go down, okay? And you don't have to worry about it, but you don't sell it down here, okay? You sell it as close up here as you possibly can. When this right here turns red, you see these right here happening, okay? That way you'll know that it's going to go down, and you won't have no worries about it. Now, you know, because the BB band's like on the 15. Look at the 15 right here, okay, and see how many of them crossed that. You see right there. You see it actually went down, and it's below that other BB band over there. See, so you can kind of anticipate that's going to happen, and then get into your trade when the moms change on you, especially with these Hash arrows. These Hash arrows, man, are something else right there.
And I know before you were talking about you would have taken it down over here on the EU 1 minute. Look at this. How many pips is that now? That's from 63 to, well, actually, you probably would have taken it off 72. That's over 10 pips. Yeah, you definitely would have. Wow, really phenomenal, BR. So, how much time do we have left? Let's have a look here. We got half an hour left. In this half an hour, I want to pick your brain like there's no tomorrow. Video perfect, okay?
Okay.
So,
can I say one thing? Can I say one thing before you do that?
Yeah, go for it.
That Kramer video that Kramer put out. Okay, Cram, I'm going to call you Kramer because I really like, man, what you have done, man. What you have done. Okay, you have taken and showed from last Friday. I think it was last Friday's video recording exactly how people will enter a trade, okay? And that is better than any live trading anybody can do, because what people can do is they can go back and rewatch that over and over and over and know when to take and do a trade, okay? I showed you exactly on the 5 minutes and everything with that video right here. See, look at that. See, look at it. It's going up there, so I'm expecting to sell it right up here, okay? It pushed up above that a few pips, 2 pips, and I'm expecting to sell it back down. Okay, now we got a flip up right there. If I get a 5 up, I'm gonna buy it because it hasn't penetrated that. And that's exactly what Crayman was showing in that video. If you watch that video, everything I just showed you right there is in it. Everything. He's got it, man. Yeah, you're gonna be a millionaire because, man, you're paying attention. I'm sorry, Benny. Go ahead, brother.
No worries, definitely.
Oh, I meant to ask you, man. I meant to ask you, man. Are y'all up there planting them tomatoes, man? Are y'all going crazy right now? I think it's y'all season, man.
No, we're actually starting poinsettias because we ship poinsettias to Costco in the winter, so it's starting now. Yeah, poinsettias. Awesome, so
that is awesome.
If you want your poinsettias, get yourself to Costco in the States, and you'll get yourself some poinsettias for Christmas.
Cool.
So
now let me ask you something, Benny. Why do you see bounce? Well, why is it going up?
Sorry, what pair?
The UC.
Why did the UC bounce? Okay, let me have a look. So UC, not penetrating anything here. Okay, obviously because we have it's at the 5 minutes BB bands with the 5 minute pointing up. That's really all I can see. I mean, we're still trading below in the 15 minutes. I don't think I would have taken this though. Because we're trading below in the 15 minutes, and because we have a 1 hour down, but
it's getting close to that, to the orange road on the 1 hour.
Oh, okay? And because this is pointing up,
and you got that 30-minute up.
Yes,
this up with it. This is beforehand knowledge, but it takes practice to see it. Okay, it takes practice to see that. Okay, now you got it going back up because the trend is up. You don't have a 4 hour down with it, so. Man, you know, I don't know how much easier I can say that. It's just You got to take and get in the habit of seeing that, Steve.
Because these are really more important than I expected them to be. As soon as you see this pointing up, as soon as you see an arrow pointing up here, it's going to fly up, obviously, for let's say 5 pips. How many pips would you consider, though? So let's say we see a scenario like this, right? The bias isn't perfect, the setup isn't perfect, we're still below in the 15-minute orange line. How many pips would you take this for?
Well, that's obviously, you know, what, an 8-pip move? I'd probably done a 10-pip move on it. Yeah, probably would have.
Okay, well, okay, so...
Yeah, I probably got in around 69, something like that.
Yeah, but then you'd say it's, how many pips is it to over here? That's got to be more than 12.
Yeah, that's
so you would still be in it then?
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, cool.
Plus you got a
really
hash and arrow, you know, on the blue black chart up there, you know.
Yeah.
And the trend's up.
Yeah, definitely.
That's
cool.
GZ.
Now,
look at the GZ, man. The GN right there. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's perfect. It's a great trade, man.
We're trading above on the 15-minute orange line, and just off this bounce here. Now, would you ever take a trade, BR, if sometimes, I find a lot of the time actually, that it doesn't quite hit the BB bands? If it's like, let's say, 10 pips away, and you're just getting close to that BB band, would you just kind of cheat and take it right before?
Yeah, sure would.
Yeah, that makes sense. So much missed opportunity if you don't, right? It's just...
Yeah.
Oh, so you're taking it like over here then, even.
Yes, sir.
Cool.
It's a perfect orange road trade. It's a perfect BB band trade. Plus with the yellow red with a 30-minute, and it bounced off that 1 hour with a flip up, and you got a blue on the 4 hour. Those blues, man, are very powerful on long terms. On long terms. When they're against the trend. But you also got a weekly up with it, and it also just hit the orange road on the daily. I mean, you expect these bounces, but it takes practice to see that. You know, it does. It takes practice.
Because the bounces usually happen as soon as you see this, right? You see a flip up, and then you see an arrow pointing up on that lower time frame.
Yes, sir.
Right? You does not see so it says, you know, 1 hour flip up here, 30-minute arrow here, and boom, clearly pointing up here. So, wow. Who here is making money? Because I think since BRs came on, there's been over 30-40 pips that easily. GU, 5 pips there. Here, oh my goodness, 60. That's easily 10 pips there. Here, talking up for an up, that's got to be more than 5 pips right there. Definitely more than 5 pips, almost 10. Over here, we were talking about putting it up because of this yellow red. That's got to be more. That's 10 pips. So that's like what? 10 to 20, 30 pips, 35 pips since he's came on. Like that's phenomenal, VR. So this is cool, really cool. What else do I need to know, VR, for making this video? What else do you want me to talk about because I'll make it super simple in the beginning, then I'll end with more complicated or more advanced trading methods in the end.
I would keep preaching, man, and just keep saying it over and over and over again that these are habit forming things. It's not just something that happens. You know, it takes habits, man. You know, like I told you, man, consistently for over 16 months. You know, consistently, and when I started understanding what that means right there, because MT, he's been saying about habits, for so long now. I think since I've been in the class about getting good habits, and I really didn't understand what that meant until it finally started registering what Jazz was talking about. Because it's Jazz, man, it ain't me. Now we got a 15 up on UC. See, I mean, it's perfect, man. It's perfect. These charts, man, if you get in the habit of seeing what's actually going on and why they're doing it, man, it's killer. Look at the GU. Look at that 5-minute BB band up. Just look at it. That's a juicy GU trade, man, off that orange road. Now you don't buy it down. You get down at the orange roll. You took it off of this. See right there. Took it off of that. Because see, it's juicy, man. See, look at that. That is beforehand knowledge, in my opinion. That's just me, though. You know, right there. I'd have bought it right there. Bought it right there.
Well, yeah, EU as well, right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And when it gains to how many pips? 0.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I always wondered why, Benny, you know, since I got into the trade, it was against me 8 pips. Lord God, man, what did I do wrong? I keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over. That's it. That's it.
Cool. So, okay, so for example, for the GU, you said it obviously hasn't touched the bottom BB bands here, but because it's more than 3 pips away and it's touching the orange line, you're in. Because of the fact we're trading above, BB bands are pointing up, and I mean the 1 minute, well, the black charts, let's just call them the 1 minute, just for simplicity reasons, making clear sense, right, over here, pointing. I can ask you charts, yeah. So, cool. Very cool.
Do you get what I'm saying right here?
See this even coming up to the...
Do you see what I'm saying right there?
Well,
Ben?
let's make sure I do. Let's make sure I do. So, test me on this. So let's pick. You pick a pair, and I'll tell you what I think from what I've learned.
Okay. All right. Let's do the UC right here. Okay. Do the UC right here. Tell me why that right there is going back up.
Okay. So this is going back up because let's actually start with the buy. So trending up, but just to keep it super simple, we have 1 4-hour pointing up. Okay. We are still trading below on the 15-minute orange line. So it's just kind of wavering back and forth. Okay. But more importantly, we see a switch up here, we see a switch up here, and the arrow is pointing up here. It's more than 12 pips to the resistance on the 5 minutes. You enter the trade over here. You're going to hold all the way until it hits up here, or until you see an exit, meaning you see a 15-minute live pointing down, or a yellow-red pointing down over here. But until then, I'm going to hold until it hits my take profit.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Because more than likely it's going to go back up to here or get close to it. More than likely.
Could you expect, okay, now I got a question about that. Would you expect a bounce down because there is a yellow right here and there's a yellow here?
No.
Would you expect a bounce?
A small one, but not much. Because see, I'm going to tell you something about the 30-minute yellow reds, okay? The 30-minute yellow reds, they do great, okay? And the yellows and the kisses and everything, they do. But against the trend, they only work like maybe 1 candle. The 15s will go a couple of candles, and the 1 hour usually goes 1 candle, sometimes 2, especially if it's a yellow-red married combo, you know, not just the yellow and stuff. But with the trend, that sucker's going up, and that's just the way it is, you know. But would I buy it right there? Absolutely not. I've already won the trade. You know, the trade's already won. No. 10-pip move.
If you missed out, you have to wait for it to come way down here, then you can take the trade. Or if the setup's still good, if it's 5 pips, which is not, it's starting close to 5 pips from resistance. Okay? But if it was 5 pips from resistance, you could take the trade off the orange line.
Yes,
correct?
sir. That's a jazz trade. Yes, sir.
Alright, next pair.
All right. Why is the GU going up?
Okay, let's have a look. We have a 1 hour up, 4 hour down. We are trading above on the 15-minute orange line. Okay, we see a switch up on the B bands here. We see a switch up on the 30 minutes, a switch up on the 5 minutes. 1 hour up, 15-minute up. You're taking it off the 5-minute orange line. Excuse me. You're taking it off the 5-minute orange line, making sure that it's more than 5 pips from resistance. I would have entered here, got out over here. And I'm only going to take it up if it comes back down here, or if it comes back down here to the orange line, as long as it's 5 pips from resistance. and everything else looks good. Here we still have a little room till resistance, so therefore if it does come back down to here, I'll enter my trade and just wait till it hits back up to here or until a live 50-minute points down, etc., etc., in case there is a reason to go down or out of my trade.
Right. Right. I always remember too, man, when they get up, see, it's touched it up here. See, when they get up there like that, and you don't have a live arrow with it or a 4-hour with it, 9 out of 10 times they're going to bounce right off of that. 9 out of 10 times they're going to bounce, baby. That's it. They're going to bounce. And then you screwed yourself if you bought it up there at that top. Then you're wondering why you lost that trade. You know.
So, okay, so if it's not 5 pips from resistance over here, okay, let's just, right now it's probably like, I can't even tell actually. Let's say that's 5 pips from resistance. Would you then be an extra pick and only take it off the bands or take it off the orange line?
Well, since it's gotten so close to the 1 hour and everything, I probably would just take it down. But that's me.
Yeah, fair enough. Because you would have taken it down over here though, off the top BB bands, obviously, only.
75 or close to 76 I could possibly could, because that's where the top is.
Okay, so you would take it down because it's at the top on the 5-minute BB bands, most important, because you have a 5-minute down, and because you have a 4-hour down, and because it's finished on the 1 hour.
Yeah. And it already won just about it, you know. But, you know, that's me and everything. I may not have taken it. I don't know.
That's a little...
If I was paying attention to it pretty fast, you know. It's just me. You know, but see, look at the UC. UC is doing exactly what it's supposed to. See, exactly what it's supposed to. See, that yellow red on the last... Yeah, on the last 30 minutes, the yellow red normally only performs one candle. Sometimes they'll do 2, like this one right here did 3 actually. Right there, that one did 3. But if you look back in time, most of them only do 1. Now with the trend, they'll go 2 or 3. See?
Okay, so you're saying basically the yellow reds they only perform for a few candles.
Right. On the 30-minute, they'll go several candles.
Okay, yeah, so longer term, obviously more. Cool. Okay, I've got a question for the room. What do you want to see in the video? Do you want it to be like a 4-part video, like 4 different videos, or do you want it to be one video? Please talk to me, guys. What do you want? What don't you want? How long do you want them to be? Kind of a quick scenario of the videos so that I can be prepared for today in making the videos. Okay, so I'll just read off the chat row and then BR and I will keep. Okay, BR, next pair. Test me.
Hold on, let me ask, the letter A, you got a question? I've never seen A in here. So you do not wait for Mom DX to trade. Just a touch of the bands is good for you to enter. Sometimes. Yeah, exactly, A. Sometimes. You know, not all the time, but a lot of times. You know, I don't know. I've never done a stat on it, you know, to see and stuff, you know, but a lot of times, yeah. That is the truth about that and everything, because I see, you know, what the 5 minutes are doing. See, look at the 5-minute EU, man. Look at that right there. See, you know, this is letting you know it may go up some more, which it probably will, but if it does, it's only going to go up to there, and then it'll come back down, because see, it's hitting that sucker. You know, now if it goes up any, it'll go to there and then come back down. See, and that's how you got to look at them with this right here, of course, you know, and all that good stuff. But would I've already been in that? Yeah, I'd already been in down here though. That's where I'd have been into that. You see, it takes practice and a habit to understand and see that.
So let's talk about the GBP NZD. So here, and test me on this one, please, BR. So
yes,
4 hour up. The 1 hour is up. Hasn't finished its job. It's still going to the BB bands. This is pointing up. It's still heading towards the BB bands. We're trading above on the 50-minute. Never enter over here, but you could have entered off the 5-minute orange line because there's so much room till the BB bands. Okay, so I would have entered over here for my trade, and I would hold it until the 5-minute BB band up here. So I've got a few more pips till it closes. Is that what you would have done?
Absolutely, yes, sir. And here's something else too, Benny. It's something that a lot of people don't understand what I'm about to say right here. Okay, you see this right here? You see that right there? And you see these last 3 candles right here. Okay, what is these candles doing? Well, what are they doing?
Sorry, I was talking with MT. So say that again.
On
what
these
candles?
Right here? Yeah, on the 1 and 4 hour. What are the candles doing right here? Okay, right here.
They I can't see the arrows in the way. They're ranging up and down.
Exactly.
Bouncing off the bands. Yeah.
If you had a fresh arrow up right there with help on that one with a fresh 4 hour up, it would go way up. Okay, but since it's not, this is what's happening. See, they're ranging. See, they do that every day. But you have to look at the longer term chart. See, look at this. See, you had that one down right there on the previous daily. Now you got this up. It bounced off of this orange road right there. See, so that way you can get a pure bias and everything, maybe whether or not this thing right here is going to go down to the BB bands on the 1 and 4, or is it going to go even further down to the BB band on the daily if it's got an arrow down. But since it's got the weekly up, it's ranging up and down, and it's going to go through that eventually.
Interesting. Okay, so, and to confirm, if it's going to go through on the, let's say, the 4 hour to the top BB band here, what would you need to see? Because here we have a pink red, we have a red here. Are you anticipating this to come up to the 4 hour BB band?
I would have to have this right here. I'd have to have this right here, okay, with a 4 hour up and a fresh 1 hour up right there. Now, did I expect this to happen on it, bouncing up just exactly like that? Absolutely. Yeah, it was definitely going to happen. But this is how it works, okay? So you see how it leveled out with that previous candle?
Yeah.
Now, if we get a 4 hour flashing up, that sucker's going to go way up, man.
Cool. Now, because also as well, we have the switch on the bands here. That's kind of another indicator as saying, look, this could really take off to the upside.
Absolutely.
Because you have this. Yeah. Yeah. Now, you want a whole new, let me just clarify this. You want a whole new daily up because this daily is finished job. Is that correct?
Right. The red's already done its thing. The red's already done its thing. Now we need a pink flashing with it, you know, because usually if you get a red, you'll get a pink beside it instead of flashing with it. So now look at the UC. Now if this would have been a kiss, it would have busted this. But since it don't, look at it bouncing. And this is your signal right there. See, there's your signal. BB bands are no joke.
Okay, so let's assess this. Okay, we have a 4 hour up, a 1 hour down. Okay. Yellow red over here. We're trading above on the 15 minutes. Okay. Would you take this up over here? Excuse me.
Would you? If it gets down to there, absolutely.
Okay, so let's say it touches over here. You definitely take this up over here. But why would you take it down? Would you take it down, or would you just ignore it?
No, well, at one time I would have ignored it and everything, okay? But see right here, see with that, when this turned red, I could have took it off of that and it would have already won 5 pips down.
Okay. Yeah, because you're at the top BB bands of the 5 minutes.
Exactly. You're at the and this is bouncing off of this one, see right there, and look how many right there. You don't have a fresh up. As a matter of fact, you got a last hour down, so that's letting you know it's going to range up and down until we get a fresh hour up.
Cool. That's cool. And look, our EU is really playing out nicely here.
Oh yeah.
Our GU is taking a little bit of time, but slowly and surely.
Would have won that trade down and up right there.
Yep. And okay, so this pair over here did exactly as you said. Would you or would you not take this up on off the BB bands here because we have a 30 and a 15 minute live pointing down? would you just wait for that 15 minutes to do its job, or would you take it off the 5-minute
No,
band?
I would wait for the 15 to do its job because there's a ton of volume in that one.
Okay. Yeah.
I'd wait for it to get done.
Because I know before we were talking about taking this up because it's above on the 15 minutes. We have a 4-hour pointing up, and then we take it up off the 5-minute bands here.
Right. Well, the reason why on this one right here, not taking it up off the 5-minute band right here, is because of this flashing red.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, if it didn't have a flashing red on there, I'd already been in that. I would have taken that off the 5-minute bigger band.
Okay. I see. Yeah. Cool.
He's going up to the power and drug.
Yep. Finally. Good. There it is. That's exactly what we were talking about too. If this shows up, it will clearly hit the 4-hour points line.
It's got to have 4-hour with it to correlate. I just love this thing, man. I'm absolutely in love with it, man. I am. I'm in love with it.
This is phenomenal. And a switch on the 1 hour here as well. BR.
And here's the thing, too.
Yeah.
8 out of 10 times, everything's going to reverse at happy hour.
Yeah. Oh, totally. Totally. Even more, actually.
Yeah.
Who here is making some money? Let's have a look at the chat room, because this is over 50 pips now, easy. I think 50 pips is conservative that we've called out. Actually, that BR has called out just in this hour of trading. So let's see some scores. Let's see some scores, guys. This has to be over 50 pips that we've. No, the BR has called out now. So
on 5-pip moves.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, old demo CM. Ivan 10 pips. Demo, that's still, you're still practicing, that's good, Ivan. So, Vinny, 100 pips plus for Vinny. Nice.
Wow, Vinny, you go, baby. That's another MT right there.
Mr. Panama, 35 pips. Hans, 15 pips. Mau, 45 pips. JW, 40 pips on demo. Very well done. I stopped after 2-1 earlier. Perfect. Obi-Wan, 2-0. We have 12-0 UC up, only 50 pips. Nice. Rick with 70 pips. Cram, 35 pips. We have Sergio's in the room. Cool.
Ski-Man did 100 pips, 10 trades.
Nice.
Ski-Man, my goodness, baby. Now, you know, I'm hoping that what I've said and everything helps, because I get tired of people losing and stuff, you know, and I'm just no, don't. I would take and just look out for the perfect trade. Look for those perfect setups. When you get the perfect setups and take them, you get the confidence of winning those. Then everything else will be added to it. First, you got to get that down first. I'm telling you, you got to get it down. You have to get it down first.
VR, it was absolute pleasure having you on today. Really,
it was
really
awesome,
cool.
man. I really appreciate it.
Really
man.
cool. You are my favorite person to do a duet with, hands down. I love the way you think. I love the way you think.
I appreciate it, brother.
Major thank you again. Guys, I hope you learned a lot from this guy. Really, really do. I'll be making a video as soon as I can. Okay? Please, if you get a chance to watch it, please let me know what you don't like and what you do like, and so that the next video I make will be even better.
Yes, sir.
Same with people in the chat room too. Please have some feedback as well. If you don't like something, please let me know. BR, I would love to do another duet with you in like a few weeks or so whenever you're free, because this was just phenomenal. So major thank you for your time. Really cool. So
Benny, man, it's been awesome, man. And I really hope, man, that what we've said here and everything, man, is really going to help people keep from losing. You know, because that's the biggest thing, but it's got to be simple. Simple. You know, and I like simple. I like simple. But I'm going to go, baby. MT man is wanting us to close, and you have an awesome, blessed day, my friend.
You too. Thanks so much, VR.
All right, bro. Holla, holla.
Awesome. Cheers.
This Christmas day, looking at